hello, welcome. This is my page. This is Safe Rainy Days. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here today. I'm really excited because we're going to have a chat all about how to sell on eBay, which I'm really excited about. I'm prepped. I'm ready. I've never done this before. Have you? But we are about to find out how to start. So we're going to go through the real basics of how to start selling on eBay. Basically, what you can sell, how to sell it, writing a description, photos, all that sort of stuff. And we're going to invite in Tally to have a with us because she's the queen of eBay selling and I have no idea. So I'm really excited for this chat. Good morning.
Good morning, Vicky. Lovely. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Very good, very good. Bit hot, but I'm not complaining.
It is quite warm, but I am pumped and ready for today's chat because
Good.
we are talking all things eBay.
Uh-huh.
I love it. So we've been through sort of all our wardrobes, making sure that everything we wear suits, fits, we feel great in. And maybe we want to have a delve about and actually pick out some of the things we don't wear anymore and make some money off them.
Yes, indeed. It's quite, I suppose, anyone who's watching today, there's a kind of a group of different people here we're talking. People who've been doing it for a while, people who buy but have never sold, and then people who go, oh, eBay! So I get it.
This morning. She was like, oh, I don't do eBay.
I know, it's easy to buy because you know what you're doing. You go, I like that, I'll have that please. Thank you very much, done. Yes, selling, I've been doing it for quite a few years. Yeah. And yes, you know, I really, really enjoy it. I mean, if you've got lots of things, and it's not only your clothes, if you've got items of your home that you know, sort of furniture, china, beds, anything like that, you can mostly, I mean, you can sell it, you know.
So tell us, because this morning you said to me, oh, I've not got too many pieces on eBay at the moment. Tell us how many pieces you've got on.
Currently, I only have 136. Only
136. Ready for those buyers.
Two weeks ago, I had 185.
Immense.
So you can see, I've had some good weeks. I'm trying to get up to 200. I've never done that yet.
So tell us, how do you get started? So complete novice like myself, a little bit ignorant to eBay of how to sell. How do I get started?
Right. So imagine there's an item you go, oh, there's a beauty. I bought these shoes. I don't wear them. I've never worn them. I'm going to sell. So are they new?
Right.
So eBay gives you a choice about, you know, is it new? Is it vintage? Has it got a label on it still? Is it new without tags? Right. So the first thing I would say really is if you've never done eBay, bought or sold, download it on your phone because it's really useful going forward. That's one thing. There's loads of things. Yeah. So first of all, so you've got this box of you've got these shoes, you love them, and you go, oh, they're new, brilliant. So say you bought them a year ago, you spent £80 on them. And they're really nice make, and you go, oh, you know, £80. Well, you're not going to get your £80 unless they're very rare. So there's certain things that go like antiques, go up and down, you know. There's certain things like I like things from Liberties of London. Some of their things never, the fabrics maybe change, but if they're Nike trainers with fabric on, or certain things always make their price.
Okay, so we found out whether it's new, used, or vintage. And so we've got tick that box. What next?
You tick that box. The next thing, it comes into a category of what it is. So it's shoes. Are these women's shoes? So then it's a category. So again, you know, obviously if it's china or furniture, it'll start talking about years. So sometimes, for example, I've sold a pair of shoes or something, it's vintage. You go, oh, it's 1970. So maxi dress is 1970. If it's an original, and are these original? Then you get into, so what are, you know, these shoes? What style are they? So you'll get that. What style are they? Is it a stiletto? So you'll start finding about shoe heels you've never heard of in your life. What is this?
When you think there's only a few, there's not. There's loads.
Exactly. There's loads of different heel types. You know, kitten heel, platform heel. For example, if you did, for a little silly fact, did you know the first people to wear heels were men? For horse riding back in the 10th century for Persia. Yeah, anyway, little fact there.
Okay,
the fact. There you go. But yeah, so what kind of heel shape that is, then you've got that.
so we've kind of worked out what condition it's in, whether it's new, used, or vintage.
Yes.
Now we've decided the category, so it's easy to find.
Yes.
And then within that category, we've narrowed it down.
Yes. So then you've got, so what I tend to do is, say, for example, I had a pair of new shoes that I bought last year, and I bought them for £80. Yeah. Of course, I'd like to get them back, but things change. So what I would tend to go is I go straight on Google. I look at and I put my shoe in.
Yeah.
Now they'll probably say out, sold. It might be reduced. And what is the reduced? They might be reduced, or you can't get them. Then I put them in eBay. So before I put anything on eBay, I go, are they on eBay? Now, sometimes they are. And it might be pre-loved, so they've been worn, but mine are new. So you've got to, so what I go, or say, for example, someone's selling them for 50 quid on Google. It comes up on shopping. Then you've got on eBay, or brand new, pre-owned, I'm selling them for 25. I try to cut the Google price and undercut that. So if someone's putting them pre-owned for 25 quid, then I might put them for 35 pounds. Yeah. So I've undercut what you can buy them new, and I've undercut. I know this sounds quite ruthless, but you want to make it interesting for someone who goes in big, go, oh my God, they've used 25 quid, but brand new, £10 more, I can get them new. Yeah, definitely. So you've got to think what you're willing to let it go for. Yeah. Don't put anything on that you go, oh, I wish I didn't sell it. I did one bonkers thing many years ago. Well, I didn't change the price. I put it on for like 99p. I was like, oh my God, this is worth so much. It's going to go. And I ended up getting a nice, but honest to God, I was like, what, you nincompoop. What have you done? So yes. So I think about, look on Google if you've got something, and it's sometimes difficult to find things, brass bed, china, if you've got labels on things, it's really, really useful. If you know a bit about antiques or stuff, that's useful, but not many people do. But if you put, if for example, I had a bangle I bought in a charity shop, a pendant 10 years ago. I bought it for 3 quid. I was about to put it on eBay. I went, it's been in my jewellery box. I haven't used it. It's really gorgeous. My eyesight's a bit dodgy at the moment. I need to go to the opticians. I couldn't work out what the name was at the back. My husband looked at it. It came back. It's a collectible piece of jewellery. Wow. It's vintage from New York and a designer for 1973. So I put it up for, instead of £9.99, and I was willing to take £7, I put it on for £65, and I got that price because it was vintage. It was from 1973. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So we've got what we're willing to sell. We've got our category, kind of the subheadings within that category. But the most important thing you need to do is do your research and work out what you're willing to take for it, but making sure that you've put a good price. A bit like when you're sort of I don't know, selling yourself for work. Like if you're putting a pitch in for work, you don't want to undersell because people don't think it's good enough, but you don't want to overdo it so people don't think it's too expensive. Exactly. But then you've got choices. You've got buy it now, which we all know about. You go buy it now. Now, as a seller, that costs you more money. Right. eBay do a thing every month, depending how long you've been with it. You can put things on for free. Okay. And if you sell, you then pay them. At the moment, they're not putting any restrictions because we're all at home. Right. So their service is getting used. So you've got buy it now. You've got where you pay a percentage to eBay. So you've got those. Now, when you put something on, you have to decide if you want someone to buy it now, or you put something on, say for example, I put these shoes on for £35. Yeah. Now, do I want someone just to pay £35 and that's it? So they can buy it now, or I still put it on as a bid, but you can't make me an offer. So eBay say to you, do you want me to put an offer? So I do. So what I might do on 35 quid is like, I might then up that to 40 quid. So then I'll take offers from 30. Now eBay automatically say to you, if you're putting something on for 35, they might offer you offers from 20. But you can change that up. So what you're willing to accept it. Now, that's all good. But then you've got to go into post. Now, eBay do this thing now where you can post it Royal Mail. So you've got your letters, you've got your small parcels, you've got your medium parcels, you've got your large. Then you've got Hermes, then you've got UPS. Don't be put off, everyone. I'm just listing the things.
So you change who you post with depending on the size. So the bigger it gets, the bigger the transfer gets.
Yeah.
Right.
So I do both. I do both Hermes and Royal Mail. If it's something that is very precious and delicate, quite expensive, I will go via Royal Mail if it's small. And then I'll pay, it's usually £4.10. Now that's £4.10. eBay used to do this thing where, for example, that's the post, you have to pay it no matter what. But how are you going to pay for your postage as a buyer? So then you used to be able to go, oh, well, I'm spending about £1 really, or 70p, I'll put that on. eBay doesn't offer you that option. So what I'm saying is you have to put it therefore in your price of the item that you're selling.
So you have to account for everything that it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
Plus what you're willing to accept.
Yes.
You have to accumulate all that together when you're putting it on for your price. So regardless of whether you're putting it on as a bid price or whether you're putting it on as a take now only price, that all has to be accounted for.
Absolutely. Right. So you really have to think about that. Also, when you do the Royal Mail, there's more restrictions on, and you really need to go to the Royal Mail, get a printout of weight. So if you've got some kitchen scales, I only use my kitchen scales for my eBay. It doesn't get used for cooking. It's in my office.
Parcels and letters on it.
Exactly. And it's really important because you can get really bitten by this, because you go with your parcel, go, oh, those shoes. And then the post office might go, I'm sorry, that's a medium parcel. So instead of spending £4.10, it's now £6. And it's there and it's booked. You told someone you're sending it, and then you've got to send it. And you're £2 down.
Yeah.
So that's happened to me a few times in the past, not anymore. So you really need to work out. Hermes is much more flexible, but you've got to find someone that's near you. You can drop it off or they can pick it up, but obviously you'll pay more. You can also do things where the buyer gets it for free. Sorry, the seller, the buyer gets it for free. I tend not to do that because I'm out of more pocket. So if you dropped your price, so people expect to pay something for sending something.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
And also you've got the thing about collection. So for example, if you've got a bed, some furniture, a picture, I'm selling china at the moment. I've sold lots of china this week. So that is collection only. One of the ladies said, oh, please, could I said, please, I'd rather you pick it up because there is no guarantee it's going to get there in one piece.
Yeah.
No matter how much I parcel it, no matter how much I,
bubble wrap it,
there is no guarantee.
Okay, so just a quick rundown. We've worked out what we're selling. We've gone, this is what we're selling. We've decided if it's brand new, pre-used or vintage.
Yeah.
Then we've decided what category it's in. And within that category, it's got little subheadings so that it's easy to find.
Yes, and it also goes into detail. So, for example, if it's shoe, what heel you've really got to have your measuring tape. How high is the heel? Where was it made? Is it leather sole? These are the details. The more detail you give to eBay, the better for you to sell it.
Yeah, so leave no questions unanswered in all your stuff that you're looking at. Great. Then you decide what size is it and how do I need to parcel it. The smaller ones go to Royal Mail, slightly bigger to Hermes, and even bigger to UPS. But making sure you've done your research to know how much your postage costs, but also how much things are being sold for, just so that you're kind of pitching it at the right price or maybe a little bit lower, so you're more likely to sell than somebody else.
Well, you get more people interested. I mean, I always say watches mean nothing. I mean, I had a dress on last week. I had 12 watches on it. People were making me offers and I declined because I thought, I've got 12 watches.
Right.
The dress didn't go. So, it's, I didn't sell it. I was like, oh, I could have sold it. I know I will sell it because it's quite a unique dress. Yeah. But I was surprised I had 12 watches. So watches mean nothing. So you might go, oh, well, I've got 10 watches. You might be disappointed. I think it's best to go, be open, hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
Absolutely.
You don't get disappointed. Yeah.
Great. And then the different ways of selling are either you take it to a collection point, you take it to the post office, or someone can come and collect from you.
Yes. So, for example, wherever you are in the country, or wherever in the world at the moment you're watching this, you can type into Hermes where you live, your postcode, and it will tell you the nearest ones to you. Now, at the moment, obviously,
they tend to be like shops and things like that, don't they? Sort of corner shops and things like that you've got drop-off points. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, for example, there was one down the road for me, which was great. I got to get to do a little bit of a walk. They're not taking anything at the moment, which is a real pain for me because, you know, we had to drive somewhere, and obviously we don't want to go anywhere at the moment. But also, even regardless of this, you know, terrible pandemic we're going through, you want it easy, so you don't have to rely on anyone. So I now found a nearer one. It's now open. It's about a 25-minute walk there, 25-minute walk back. I get the steps up, tick, tick, tick.
Nice.
But if I've got huge things to deliver, I don't want to be doing that.
I don't know if you can see the comments, but your husband tried to say that you tried to list him on eBay once, but no one was interested. So that would be a slightly...
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. No, he would have 1,000 watches. And I don't want him.
I love it. I was like, I don't know if you can see the comments, but I did have a little tap.
No, I can't. So yeah, so that is the fundamental things to about. And it sounds a little bit daunting, Vicky, but it's not, and it's really exciting. I mean, if you had things to sell, and I've done jumble sales where I've had a stall in a church thing, and I've tried to sell things, and the amount of effort it takes. What's way amazing about eBay is it's an open shop. So while I'm sitting here to you, I've got people watching my 134 things,
and 24 hours a day as well.
Exactly. So and also you sell internationally, and what usually happens is the buyer, you send to the eBay base here in Staffordshire, and then they send it to America. So they pay eBay to send it to America, and you've also got that listing that you can send it abroad as well.
So if you are selling internationally, you tend to post it to eBay, and then eBay will deal with the rest.
So what I'm saying, if you've got really delicate items, I tend to, I mean, like, you know, no one's going to pick how am I going to sell a bed? I've got actually a brass bed to sell. It's massive. I mean, I don't expect to post that would be as much as it would be to buy the bed. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So it's about working it out. If it's a small, if it's a dress, you know, and also they pay for it. So I sell some wall lights. I paid for that to eBay. And then the lady in America, she's paid the post to get it to America.
And that's only if it's international. If it's UK based, if you're UK or wherever it is that you are, if you're selling, you can send directly to the person. They just send you your address. They send you their address, sorry, and you just send it to them.
Well, you don't send it. You send it to eBay. It goes always via eBay. You never send it to Germany. You will never send it to via eBay. It's all to do with things you can and cannot sell, customs and all of that, which, you know, important about what you cannot sell as well.
Yeah, and security of people's addresses and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Great. That's amazing. So we've worked out what to sell, what category to put it in, the subheading within that category, making sure we do our research, knowing where to pitch it, how much. We know that we need to include how much it will cost to send it itself. So making sure you include that. And knowing whether you can do bids or sell it for the price that's set. Either way, and you always pay eBay a percentage and also have to cover your postage.
Yeah, I mean, once you get on a roll, you know, you really get, you know, I know there's lots of horror stories and stuff, and we can talk about those next week. But just these things to think about. Then they're very rare. I've been doing this for quite a few years now. I sell quite a lot. And it's, you know, I can count them on one hand. There's been problems. And sometimes people bid and they say they're going to buy it and then they don't. And then you automatically, we'll talk about that next week. But it's really easy and it's really sorted out. So obviously we mentioned briefly all those, you know, there's loads of options you can sell. To find out more, go on eBay's website, which you can't sell stuff. You know, it's if you were going on a plane.
Yeah.
You know, don't bring, you know, firearms, drugs, reproductions of, you know, fake handbags and things like that, medicines, you know, there's, you know, imagine what you wouldn't take through customs is basically what you can't sell on eBay.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, go onto eBay website. But, you know, if you're selling clothes, jewelry, furniture, you know, clocks, I'm going to put a clock on today. You know, just talk about, be honest. And also we didn't talk about the description. Make sure you put in the description, give a little bit of history to it, make it, you know,
Make it exciting.
Make it fun. You know, I always say this is a glamorous 1970s maxi dress, you know, a really great condition. If there's any things that aren't great condition, if there's, you know, it can be new with that, you know, with damage, that gives you an option on eBay as well. Say, oh, yes, it's a bit frayed here. If there's a dot or a stain, there's a little dot here, but it's not noticed when you're wearing it. You know, or give people as much info so it doesn't come back at you. You've been completely honest.
Yeah. Honest, straight from the off. And it says, do you use a separate email address to register for eBay? I know whenever I do any kind of freebie sort of hunts or anything like that, I have a separate email address that I use. Would you do the same for eBay?
You could do. It depends how much you do. I mean, I, to be honest, haven't. I've kept, because I didn't realize when I first started on eBay it was more to buy initially. And then it got more to, oh, actually, I'm selling more. So I actually haven't changed it. I mean, it depends how many emails. I mean, I've got quite a few emails that I've got to clear out on my account. But at least what happens is every day I get a, you know, if there's a message, I usually get have it on my phone, and it says, oh, for example, I got 2 messages today. I've sold a print, and the lady wants to know, she's interested in a coat. Is it got lining? So I'm going to message her. So that's come up on my eBay account, and it's also come up on my internet account. So my Yahoo account. So it depends what you're going to use. It will usually come out on eBay as well, especially if you've got it on your phone. You'll always have messages.
I see. So it'll always go via the app as well as your email address anyway.
That's why it's great to have it on your phone, so you can really, if you're really going, right, I'm having a clear out or whatever you're interested in buying or selling, it's great to have it on your phone.
So you're right on it.
You're right on, because you can Google what it is, and you know. Yeah, so we've talked about that. We haven't talked about pictures, but I think we'll do that next week. So
yeah, for sure. We're going to look at all the kind of tips and tricks and how to avoid any pitfalls as well, I think, next week. And I suppose the more you sell, even if you have the odd one that doesn't quite work out the way you want to, the rest have kind of covered it because you're sort of working on it.
Yeah, you know, and I think you know, eBay tends to sort of ban those people, and if you don't, like for example, I've got a pair of earrings. This lady was meant to buy it, she hasn't. I took it straight through to eBay. They're sorting it out. I'll get some money back fee for them if she doesn't do it. So right. You know, it can work out. But don't be put off. You know, I think the more honest you are. For example, I had a shirt on, and I said it was polyester. The lady bought it, got it, said, I don't wear polyester. I said, well, and I would send stuff back if people aren't pleased, you know, if there's a good reason. But I said, no, I did say it's polyester. And she said, well, I want to send it back. And I said, well, I did say it was polyester. If you can't wear polyester, then you should surely know that.
Yeah.
So I took it to eBay, and I reported her. And said she wants her money back. Maybe she put it on and she didn't like it. You know, there are people who do those sorts of things. And so what ended up happening, she kept it. I still got my money. And it was sorted. Right, eBay could see that I was honest and I was in the right.
Yeah, so eBay will always support you, but you have to be absolutely upfront and honest from the off.
Yeah, and we will talk about that next week. You know, you've really got to be like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the homework perhaps for this week is to see if there's anything you want to sell, but don't put it on yet, because we've got some more tips and tricks to kind of work out how to pop and beat those others with sort of similar products on.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever you've got at home, whether it's clothes, shoes, jewelry, you know, if you've got jewelry, the hallmarks, if you've got silver, the hallmarks, anything that's got a designer, something that people like. It could be a radio, it could be furniture, paintings, china, anything really goes. So look at all what you really want to clear out. And I know a lot of us are at home at the moment, and we're able to do that. So this is a perfect time to really get into your eBay life.
Amazing. What a great start. And what I was going to say as well is if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or DM me throughout the week, and we will address those next week as well.
Absolutely. Sure. And honestly, please ask away, because there's loads of things, oh, I can't really ask that. Nothing is stupid. There is no such thing as a stupid question. If there's something in your gut telling you, I'm not sure about this, then ask, because only then do you have the knowledge and you'll go forward in the right way.
Excellent stuff. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to go off and have a read up and go through. I'm going to rummage through my wardrobe, I think, as well.
Do it.
I'm going to. Thank you ever so much, Sally. This has been incredibly informative, very helpful. Thank you. And next week we'll talk about all the kind of intricate bits of eBay and how to really get selling well. Amazing. Thank you ever so much.
Exactly. If there's any questions, you're welcome.
Yeah, drop them in the comments. I think we had a little bit of an internet block there, but thank you very much. We will see you next week at Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. Hopefully we'll see all of you there, but have a fantastic week and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.